So today we are doing some Overwatch because Mercy has been changed, and rather than pretend that I have an interest in doing anything other than playing Mercy today, I'm going to play Mercy. So I'm going to be popping into the chat.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I want. That's not the right app. Sorry, I'm not in the chat quite yet. So the goal here is to try and get myself out of trash tier and into crap tier, because I don't really have too much excuse with the current way that Mercy works. Okay, so I'm now back in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and skip the ad on my own video. Seems very strange to have ads on your own videos. I'm logged into my own account and looking at my video. Like, why would you put an ad on my own video? Alright, so Mercy has been substantially changed. And the way that she works now is her res is no longer her ult. Her res is now just an ability she uses. So I should be able to do some cool stuff. Her new ult is pretty badass, and we'll see whether I'm actually capable of playing Mercy while live, or whether I'm going to be absolutely terrible at this game while live. More so than I already am. I'm pretty trash at Overwatch. Shooters are the kinds of things that you have to play them with a degree of consistency in order to play them decently. Luckily, Mercy is a bit more forgiving than a lot of other heroes are. Oh shit. That was close. Let's see where my team is. Okay, let's see if I can get to them. Answer is yes. That's not good. No. That's what we'll do. And I'll be obviously less active in the chat playing a game like Overwatch than I am playing just like a RPG. Okay. Come on, Symmetra, seriously? Okay. It's like, you don't even have to aim at him. I haven't had a strong reason to use my ult yet, so... The problem isn't that my team is dying, the problem is that we're not really killing the enemy team fast enough. I have 16 seconds before I can use that. Okay. Okay, so... That was exciting. I feel like I should be with him. Haha. That timing. Oh, damn. I'm not going to be able to get to her, I don't think. Yeah, she's way out of it. So I think that part of playing Mercy well is to get yourself to not die. Shit. Okay. Knowing who to boop to, when to boop to them, all that kind of stuff is really important as Mercy. And if you're relying on your team to keep you alive, you're kind of doing it wrong. Diva, or not Diva, this character, Mercy, is one of the, like, best at staying alive. And so you really want to be taking responsibility for your own survival. That means boosting to the right people. It means gauging how the enemy is going to want to attack you and preventing them from being able to do it effectively. So you also want to be using damage amp as much as possible. Some people suggest using the gun a decent amount. I think that using the gun is not a wise plan. Because if you're using the gun, you're having to target a person. And you should never be looking at the person that you're trying to heal or anything like that. You want to get your beam attached to the right person. And then you want to be looking around for the next person that you're going to need to beam. Right? You're basically taking on, to an extent, what the role of a tank normally looks like in not these kinds of games, but in like an MMO. The sort of raid leader role often goes to the tank because they're the one who's the most aware of what is going on at any given time. And as the Mercy, you always want to know what's going on. You want to be able to have a whole view of the map. And if you're trying to shoot somebody, you're not looking at the whole map. You're looking at the person. You have to be doing that in order to shoot someone with accuracy. So you definitely want, when you're playing as a Mercy, to be using your beams. You can use your gun in like a very strange circumstances, but the point of doing amp damage is not to be doing the maximum amount of damage. It's just to be enhancing the team's damage by a little bit, because you can. You have nothing better to be doing because there's nobody to heal, so you might as well put a damage amp on somebody who is potentially going to be doing damage at any given second. You can swap to your healing beam whenever you damn well please, and so you should be swapping between the two relatively quickly. That said, I mean, take whatever nonsense I have to say with a grain of salt, because, I mean, I am trashed here after all. But there's nothing I can do about that. Well, except get good. So, boop. His keys around his neck. Well, I'm going to pop over to him. And we're not going to want to be out here for long, but getting a damage boost onto a Junkrat who's just going to be putting bombs near the enemy team can be very valuable, because you can get, at the very least, assuming that there's a Mercy, you can get a res on cooldown before the fight even starts. Where did my... There he is. Oh, shit. Oops. I lost line of sight, no. I don't like having to score on it. So the meta does seem to be substantially slower than it used to be. I haven't been keeping as good a eye on things as I should be. Okay, get my ult charge off of this. That's not good. There we go. Oh, all that healing boost. Okay. Damn. Jeez. Oh shit. I'm no longer ulting. Okay. I have 17 seconds to res, so. I don't know why that song just came to my head, but well. Fortunately, he is. There we go. Good boy. Get in line of sight so that I can. I do not have my ult up, unfortunately. I do now. Damage boosting everybody. Okay. Are you trying to hit me far? Whew. There we go. So I really love the way that Mercy plays now, because it feels like Mercy is playing the way that she's always kind of been intended to play. Like, if you look at the mechanics that she has, her mechanics are very much the kind of mechanics that encourage playing in the fray, being really aggressive, and basically just juking your way out of enemy fire. That's the way that she's sort of intended to play. But in the past, because of the way that her ult worked, her ult heavily relied upon basically just letting everybody die and then being the last person alive. And the only way to be a last person alive is to be playing really unaggressively, not being in the fray, and not really contributing too much. So the play style when you had ult versus when you didn't have ult really didn't match up, right? So she wasn't coherently designed, where you feel like, okay, all of these mechanics fit together into one tight-knit, delicious package. Now everything ties together into a delicious package, which makes me very happy. Like, I really like that. You now have the ability to feel like, okay, this is one hero with one set of abilities that are designed to work together, right? Because like if you look at what's his name, a Winston, for example, you see the way his abilities interact with each other, and they feel like they're supposed to interact together in delicious ways, right? If you look at Roadhog, right, he feels like all of his abilities are supposed to interact together in delicious ways. Most of the characters, their abilities interact in a way that's like, yes, all of this works together. With Mercy, it felt like the opposite of that. It was like the ultimate belonged on a different character. You know, it just didn't match the play style. Like that kind of an ultimate on a character more like an Anna, who's supposed to be hiding away and being safe, made more sense than on a character who's like, well, I'm going to be standing inches away from the enemy, and that's my play style. Oh, wow, I died. Shocking that. But anyway, so one of the key aspects of Mercy is that, you know, staying alive is your own damn responsibility. It's not the responsibility of your team to keep you alive. They're keeping you alive, but only sort of tangentially. Like, they have to be in a position where they can be latched to. But it's not their job to keep track of that every second of every day, because they're trying to kill the enemy. And that's the reason that you don't want to be using the gun too much, is that if you're using the gun, it means you're focusing on who you're shooting. And you should never be focusing on what you're doing. You want to be focusing on what you're not currently doing. That's the real power of Mercy, is, you know, I can be damage boosting one person while simultaneously scanning for targets to do cool shit to elsewhere. So let's see here. Got a Genji. Got a Pharah. I do think that this meta is going to dramatically improve the utility for the snipers. That was a bad idea. That was 100% my fault. There was no reason for me to go through that window. Don't do stupid things. As Mercy. Okay. Looks like... I don't know if that was a good plan, but... Damage amp. Whoop. Okay. So when I'm actually here... Let's see whether that changes things. Oh shit. Shit, I don't have... Okay, I don't know who I've actually got it on. Me and the other Mercy. Okay, that's a problem. This is great. Oh, man. I don't think anybody's gonna kill the enemy Mercy. This is gonna be... Dying is not a thing that heroes are allowed to do. Oh god. Not even close to time. Nope. Well, I'm dead. I cannot keep them up indefinitely. It looks like the... God damn it! Where the fuck was the Lucio going? If the Lucio was there, I would have gotten the Roadhog up. He just wandered off to the right, even though we're in overtime. Do not have ult up. Definitely the nobody dies meta. Okay. Okay. We've got it. Whew. It's going to be an interesting... Shit. Well, that's a wipe. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have my ult for a while. Yay, speed boost. Oh god. I am dead. He's using ult right on top of me. Our team completely split up and went in different directions, so there's no way that we're going to get through that that dedicated choke there. Because the Pharah was going left, and then the whatchamacallit, the Roadhog went up to the right. And that's not to say that that's like bad places for them to be, but because the enemy was playing more aggressively, they're hanging out here. Instead of like closer to the point, it meant that we just get sort of boned. Come on, I can't. Damn it! That it's like I can see you. Why can't I go to you? This is bullshit. Or not. Oh god. I can't jump in the window. So everybody's about a mile away from each other. Behind walls. Damage boost on the Lucio, yeah! window. Oh god. Soldier 76 nuked on me. It's like, oh, well, that's a problem. I always find it funny when people, like, call each other noobs when you're in trash tier, and it's like everybody on the entire team is obviously, like, by definition, terrible. I think I should actually drop out of voice chat just in case I end up getting... Let's see, what am I doing? Go to options. Okay. So we're no longer in voice chat because that seems like a good way to avoid getting put into the adults only section of the site. What the hell does 3 onions mean? Sometimes people go with, like... I'm very confused. I guess I could... Can I mute the in-game chat too? Because... Let's see... Because it's easy to say that in a game like this that you should be communicating with your team, but let's be honest. You should not be communicating with your team if you're in trash tier in this game, unless you happen to stumble upon a team that actually isn't toxic. But that's not going to be typical. That's an atypical scenario. Where the hell did he go? Okay. That was... Okay, so I've got my ult. Okay. That is way out of position, my friend. You better get... Oh, okay, well, you're still way out of position. You're going to blow up. You don't have any armor in that form, you know. Yep, that happened exactly how I expected it to. Oh. Damn it. Split second sooner, and I would have been able to get to that person. I would have had the potential to juke around then. Shit. I got trapped. Okay, well. We can do this. Where did she... Why was she all the way over there still? Yeah, he's way out of position. Do I want to? What is it? There we go. With those extra shields, that'll help a lot. Oh shit. Well, that would have been really funny if I had died there, because I didn't recognize that she had missed. She was trying to launch it up to where I was, because there were multiple members of my team up there. And she missed, so it actually dropped down. So we got a soldier on the top left. No. I'm a failure. These two are going so aggro. It's actually really delightful. The enemy team has not actually had any opportunity to, like, group up as a team and actually do shit. Oh shit. I'm in a troublesome position here. Whoop. Okay, good. So, I'm dead, but the Winston should hold them there for long enough that I can get back in. I shouldn't have been with them. It's not bad that they're out there, but I should not be out there with them. That's a silly place for me to be. That's okay. Oh god. Shit. That high noon. Well, that just cost us the game. They're definitely going to take that. Okay. We've got tranquility up. So never mind. I was wrong. There's really no reason that we should have survived that. Our team is way better than the enemy team. Like, just from an individual play standpoint, there's no way that, like, teams that were playing similarly to each other have something like that happen. Shit. I don't like this. It makes me unhappy to be dying. No. I think that's probably game. Yeah, that's it. Too bad. It's close, but no. Boop, boop. Just kind of like chilling there. It's amazing how like inattentive people are at this like skill level, because like you'll see these plays of the game where it's like it's a McCree who's just like sort of standing around just casually like, oh well, you know, I'm just gonna shoot this, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this. Oh, you know, I'm in the middle of a bunch of people, you know what, maybe I could just use my ult, no problem. Boom. I don't feel like he should have been able to get off that ult given his position there. But what do I know? That is interesting, just how like slow the game plays when you're what's the word? When you've got like a healer centric meta, like people just standing on the point and taking forever to die. I figure if you're at a higher skill bracket, it's probably faster, like substantially faster paced than it is at this skill bracket, because at this skill bracket everybody's missing all their attacks, nobody has any accuracy. But at higher skill brackets, people are better capable of that is a very, very low MMR. Huh. It's a pretty big difference between my MMR and the average for the battle. So I like our composition fine. I do feel like in this like new Mercy meta, you really do need more sustained DPS, as opposed to just needing to be able to, you know, get a kill at some point. You need to be able to do it consistently. Fortunately, you also need for Tracer to not just run rampant. But let's see how it goes. Okay, we're set. Yeah, the enemy team has a Reinhardt and we have a Winston. Winston is, I think, way better for the kind of gameplay that... Oh, shit. Okay, we got multiple ults out. That's a battle. Damn. Unfortunately, you can't survive a Soldier 76 ult with a Mercy ult. And nobody's actually fighting on the point, so they just capped it for free. I don't feel like they should have gotten the point there. I mean, they probably would have won the fight eventually, but I don't think that they should have won the fight there. Oh, hi, friend. Damn it. I almost got out. Unfortunately, I, like, snacked into Reinhardt's model. I still got past him, but I didn't get as far as I needed to get, as quickly as I needed to get in order to juke around him. Oh no, 2 seconds! Okay. Boop. Boop. I have 78 damage amplified. How do I only have 78 damage amplified? But I guess I haven't really had much opportunity to do damage amp right now. I don't like this, the way that our fight is currently spread up. Oh, jeez. Got it. Coming in from behind. Whee! Oh. That was... That's probably premature, but... What the... The entire team's just ignoring the Genji, okay. Well... Okay, I think that they're going to win this push, but We'll find out. Good job, Diva. Yep. Well, I'm getting out of here. Yeah, I'm not getting out of here. I didn't run fast enough. I was hopeful that I'd be able to get a res on the Diva before I, or sorry, before they tagged the point, but that did not happen. That's not good. So we lost our soldier, unfortunately. Why are you not shooting? Team healer. Okay, so we got this. Oh, that's not good. Oh god. Got swept in by the side. Yeah, the Genji hit me and that's why I died to that. Oh shit. Oh god. That's not good. I should have jumped to her. I think we're in trouble here. Damage boost. There we go. The damage boost to the entire team is pretty epic. Oh. You are too late, my friend. It's interesting because they've changed some of the terminology. Because it used to say play of the match when you were on competitive. And now it says play of the game instead. I'm not really sure why. I like 35 eliminations. 63% kill participation is pretty good for DPS. There was a game I was playing recently with some friends of mine, and one of my friend's boyfriends was in it. And it was really interesting seeing him play because he was playing as Zenyatta, and in one of the matches, he ended up with over 90% kill participation with his Discord orbs. It was absolutely ludicrous. It was totally ludicrous. Just like, Discord, enemy dies. Discord, enemy dies. Discord, enemy dies. I've never seen someone have 90% assist on a Zen before. I have just never seen it happen. And I'm sure that, you know, for people that are good, that it probably happens occasionally, but, like, it's not something that I've ever seen in the trash tier that I play in. Because, yeah, I'm not good at this game. I'm not gonna pretend to be good at this game. I'm okay at Mercy. I'm way better at Mercy than any of the other heroes that I play. But like I'm not I'm not a good Overwatch player. Sorry, I was just looking at what looked like a graphical glitch with her eyebrow. The Hawaiians. Oops, hold on. It's so sad that they nerfed the basketballs. Okay, so we have... Let's see, where are you, my friend? So we're gonna get damage boost on him. Oh, and I fail. Luckily, it's not hard for me to catch up. There's a lot of injured people. That is a lot of fucking injured people. Oh boy. No fucking chance. Everywhere I go, there's enemies. Let's see, I think we might be in trouble with the setup. I do not have my ult yet. Oh, fuck me. Whoop. Genji is not actually doing anything right now. Okay, I'm in trouble. Okay, we got that. 2 kills there. The basic question here is whether we're gonna... Oh. That's not good. Oh shit! Oh, well, I guess I have to use my ult now. Fire in the hole. Shit. Well, me and the enemy diva both got launched off. Did they unnerf them? Didn't look like it when I hit that one there, but I guess we'll see. I don't think that... I'm hoping that some people change up what they're doing for the next one. I'm glad that the Reinhardt swapped. Nah, that's not unnerved. Those things used to fly like a million miles. Let's see. Did I get the Roadhog? Or did I somehow shoot through him? Oh, okay. Actually, I'm gonna get the McCree. I didn't see him there. Yeah, use those cooldowns. Oh, shit. Oh, that's a problem. This is a big problem. Yep. That's Trubs. Do, 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 do. That is a big problem. That is a big, big problem. Well, I am in deep shit. I'm gonna die. No, keep shooting here. Got it. Okay. Yep. There are limits to what I can do. And I think that we definitely saw a decent portion of them there. People were pretty much just walking into the point where the enemy had already set up and then just feeding. Like, just they're standing inside. Like, where the Junkrat died, there was no reason for someone who has indirect fire to be inside the point when the enemy controls the point, right? You just want to be firing in that general direction. So I don't think that there was any chance that we were going to be winning that. But that's okay. I wonder how much. 285 damage amplified. That's amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I was thinking, like, because one of the previous games I was in with like 1515 on one side and 1545 on my side, and it's like, that's a 200 MMR difference, which is a pretty big MMR difference when you're so low in MMR. Like, my MMR is so trash. It's actually really embarrassing to stream a game that I'm this bad at, but it's kind of like it's like streaming whatchamacallit. It's like streaming Dark Souls, where it's like, you know, I understand that I'm bad at this game. You all understand that I'm bad at this game, and so we can mutually enjoy that I'm bad at this game, right? There's mutual enjoyment to be had in me dying in stupid ways and just being generally terrible, and then making fun of other people who are mathematically equally skilled to me for being bad at things that I may or may not be bad at, but which I can recognize that they are bad at. If that makes any sense. One of the things that's very interesting about low MMR is that everyone in low MMR is going to feel like they're so much better than everyone else, because the things that they are bad at are the things that they don't understand. So they're not going to be able to see the skills that other people are demonstrating in the game, particularly when it comes to things like positioning and stuff like that, though aim is another big one where it's largely invisible to other players. So if someone who's reasonably good at positioning but is bad at aiming, is watching someone who's bad at positioning but good at aiming. Mathematically, the two are both just as bad at this game, right? That's why they're in the same MMR bracket. But in terms of their whatchamacallit, in terms of the overlap, because of the way that they interact, both players are going to think that the other player is trash. And it's like, they are, but not relative to each other. They're both just trash because you're in trash gear. So anyway, it's just kind of an interesting thing where everybody feels like they're so much better than everyone around them because nobody understands the things that they are bad at. Because if they understood them, they wouldn't be as bad at them, generally speaking. So we've got a pretty cool lineup. It's really sad how low the pick rate is on Doomfist. Like, Doomfist got so nerfed so quickly. Like, Doomfist is a hero who's only like a month or two old, and yet nobody's playing him because he's just so bad right now. He's just not a good pick. Okay. Oh. No. Shit. Good ice wall. Enemy May. The enemy May used an ice wall that made my life much easier. Oh god. I thought you got her. Get the hook. Get the hook so I can come out. Okay, they have aim hat or the wall hacks. Oh, that's useful. Okay, unfortunately, there's no way to do that Junkrat. I can get to you though. Did we get the widow? Yes. Thank you for booping me to my friend. Okay, I need a... Oh god. Nope. So now they're going to push the payload past the actual choke that we were supposed to be defending in the first place. And we're all going to be sad. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Nope, that was bad. Bad decision making. Shit. I should have died using that ult. I do not like that. That's too bad. Luckily, our Genji returned the favor. So our Tracer is way the hell up there, and so is our Roadhog, for some reason. Oh. My life is sad. Need to get somebody on the point. Come on, people. Okay. Oh god. Okay, they're definitely going to push this first point. Question is whether they're going to be able to push the next one. That was so bad. That was pretty epic. I'm like moving just like a tiny, tiny bit. It's like miss, miss, miss. Oh, that was fast. Ah, she got bounced. I'm like, where on earth did she go? Whew. Okay. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I got too close to the left side there. I'm pretty sure I was high enough that I wouldn't have gotten hit if I didn't get over this left lip here. So... Yeah, I actually made a mistake in trying to get that person who was so far away. I should have been near the center. That final res there. I think it was the last res, the one where I got the... Was it Junkrat? That wasn't a good res. Because I actually should have been on the team. Because the team, I could have been damage boosting all four of them. And it would have led to a cleaner win there. Because basically the team fight was happening while I was fucking around. Now part of that was necessary because I needed to get out of line of sight in order to regen back up. Because if I hadn't used my ult, I would have died. And I needed to basically sweep around to come from the other direction to regen back up. And hopefully drop the opponents off of me. But I should have immediately come back around instead of flying all the way over to get that res. That was a mistake. I'm sure it made that person happy, but when I turned around and saw the condition that the rest of the party was in, when I finished, that could have gone very, very badly because of the fact that I wasn't there with using my ult. Because the primary portion of the ult is no longer the res component. One of the nice things about it is that it gives you the instant res cooldown reversal. So what you can do is if there's two people who die, you can res one, pop your ult, res the second, and that's really good. It's very easy to get a two-person res. But at the same time, It's a really good trade for us, actually. Shit. The other thing to remember is that because healing is pretty binary, like you either have sufficient healing or you don't, it's important to remember that, generally speaking, if the person isn't going to die, you do not want to be healing them, you want to be damage boosting them. So you have to basically pick and choose when you're going to be healing, when you're going to be damage boosting, to maximize your team's ability to win the fight. Because the enemy is going to stop dealing damage when they die. That's kind of how death works. Oh shit, this is further away than I thought. Ah, damn it. The getting back to the healing part is way further back than I thought it was. That's good. Pop in my ult. Oh boy. I probably shouldn't have done that, Raz. Those things were left active way too long. The beams. Gotcha. Damn. Yep, they're actually holding the choke, which is something that our team did not. So we're gonna have a difficult time pushing through this. Okay, we actually got it. So the goal here... Nice, we got it. Where's the... Okay. Okay, we're going to use a damage boost. Got it. We just needed to get through that one choke point, and then it's all over. So, that worked fine. That's a lot of blue. I don't usually click the upvotes. I don't. Because, like, for me, it's one of those things where I'd rather just not generally do it than, like, feel like I'm playing favorites. I don't want to have to justify. Well, that was a perfect time for a disruption in the stream if there's going to be one. So, little hiccup. Ew, that's ugly. Not a lot better, but looks at least it looks slightly better. The the light in the background bothers me. Unfortunately, I have very harsh lighting for this room. So I'm hoping that now that Mercy is a character that I actually want to play again, that I'll be able to... Because I really enjoyed playing Mercy, and then Anna came out, and I felt like she kind of made Mercy into this one-trick pony that was not a fun playstyle. Because before she came out, Lucio had the AoE healing, and single target healing was definitely in Mercy's wheelhouse. But once Anna came out, she took over the single target healing. And so the only purpose of a Mercy was that ultimate of hers. And the ultimate was so badly designed that, like, it disrupted gameplay. But for me, like, being able to play with this new Mercy who actually has a coherent kit just makes me so happy. So I'm hoping that now that I'm playing a hero that I'm actually okay at, that I'll be able to bring my MMR back up, because it's been a while since I wasn't in trash tier, because I just kind of fuck around on whatever hero I damn well please. I prefer playing in competitive to playing... Oh, shit. Somebody picked Mercy. Somebody got the Mercy first pick. I'll just pick Winston. I prefer playing competitive because I prefer playing full games. I don't like this, like... I don't like having to play a game and have this binary win mechanic of either you get all the way on attack or you lose, right? I much prefer to have the actual, like, full game where it's you go on attack, you go on defense, and whoever does better wins. I much prefer that, because there's a lot of games where the first you're on, like, defense or whatever, and you're with a team that is just like, they don't have their shit together, and they completely botch the initial defense, but then they crush it on attack and then go on to win the match. And I really like that. I like having that capacity, and and the inverse is also true, right? Like, sometimes you're playing with a game and you just stomp the enemy, and then, you know, you come back the other way, and they stonewall you even harder than you stonewalled them, and it's like, holy shit, how did this happen? So I like having the full match as opposed to, you know, fucking around with these half games. Oop. That was a misplay. I should not have been hit by that, by the way. Like, I mean, not by, like, mechanically. I mean, like, I played that badly and got hit because I'm an idiot. By the way, this is why it's super important to defend the actual choke, because we're probably going to push them all the way past the choke point, and they're not going to get a chance to defend the choke, because they just fed at the spawn. Like, this choke, we're already through the choke. So, this is why you do not feed at the enemy spawn, and fighting and feeding are the same thing. Oh no. Okay. Wah! How the hell am I still alive? Good job, Mercy. Whoop. Onwards to victory. Nope. I was wondering where that enemy Reaper went, because I saw he was in his ghost form. What ability is that even? Ah. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got the enemy Mercy. Okay, sure, yeah. Play with me, that's what you want to do. I'm so glad that she didn't just walk onto the payload. That's so great. Just like, yeah, sure, play with me. I won't go back to the payload if you don't. Okay. Oh, hi. Yep. I wasn't expecting their whole team to be there, so mistakes were made. Okay. Whoop. Not a great nerf. Okay. Pretty sure we're going to be able to recap them here. Oh god. That's a problem. Okay. Our Mercy's dead, but everyone else is fine. Okay. I am happy to... If this Mercy wants to keep playing Mercy, I'm happy to let them. Keep selecting Winston. As far as I can tell, the meta hasn't really changed away from Winston being super fucking good. Like, I don't think that anything has really changed for Winston. So... Because I know in the previous patch, Winston and Lucio were both, like, 100% pick rate at the pro level. But I don't really think that anything has changed substantially enough to alter that. The one thing that has changed actually is just that Mercy does make low damage heroes. Like, a low damage team is going to have a very difficult time dealing with the pure, like, healing per second that you can do with a Mercy. Because if you've got a couple of supports, right, like, it's easy to not think of Revive as a healing per second move, but if every 30 seconds I can revive a Reinhardt who has 500 HP, that's 500 HP that's being healed and being added onto my healing per second. Particularly because it makes burst damage weaker. and actual DPS as opposed to just burst damage becomes much more valuable. I figure that it's going to definitely weaken the lower DPS teams, and the assassins are going to be substantially weaker compared to like getting high DPS value out of like a tracer or whoever's, I guess, Reaper. Just people who are good at doing damage throughput. And unfortunately, it looks like our team wants to feed at the enemy's spawn, so I feel like that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that it would do that. Okay, so she's out of her mech. Okay, I need to pull back for a sec. Okay, so their Rhine just fed. Well, not fed, but made a bad trade. Got Tracer. Fortunately, the Tracer got our Rhine, and our Mercy's dead, so I'm going to pull back. Nope. No, that's not good. Oh. Oh, wait, I was still alive. I thought I was dead because I think I got trapped. I'm not going to be able to kill Mercy. I can't damage through Mercy's healing. There it is. Shit. Damn. He got the heals from standing on my allies' dead bodies. Oh. I'm gonna try to kill the Mercy. Did I get her? No, I did not. There she is. This is rough. Boom. Smacked in the face. I'm not doing nearly enough damage. I should be having a higher impact in this game than I am. It's a little harder because we oh, come on. Oh god. That was such a feed. But on the plus side, the Mercy did use her ult there. But that's too bad. Would have been nice if I had been able to get the soldier, that little last sliver before he got around that corner. Because if I had gotten her, or if I had gotten him a little sooner, then he would have died. I love how the Mercy's able to follow me. Oh, fastest shield. Oh my god, I've blocked almost 10,000 damage. It's a lot of damage blocked. By the way, that doesn't mean that I'm doing amazingly. It's just an interesting statistic, because that's a pretty high amount of damage to go into the... And... I'm dead. The enemy Reaper is causing some pain. I think that's actually one of the reasons that we're having such a difficult time. I'm not sure who I'd swap to deal with the enemy Reaper, but I think that the Reaper is a good portion of our current problem, is that all of our heroes are short-range heroes, and we've got multiple heroes that are relatively big. Okay, she's still using her ult. I managed to block part of his ult, but not, I don't think very much of it. Let's take a look. Yeah, we got a little bit of it, but they have so much damage coming out that I'm not really blocking a huge amount. And every second that you can cut off of the enemy team is valuable in like the very end there, because we're now 3-3, and we need to they have 2 fewer minutes than we have to hold. Oh, that's a problem. Swampy was our mercy. Okay. Unfortunately, so fucked. Yep. They are definitely getting through. They're definitely getting through the initial hold. They're gonna get to the checkpoint. This is because we were not holding the actual point. People were trying to farm the enemy spawn, and that's why they got this. They should not have gotten that point at all, because we should have been on the choke point. We would only need to win one fight at the choke point to prevent them from getting the first node. So... You always want to know where your corners are as Mercy. Know where you need to stand to be in a corner. That is bad position on his part. Did they leave the payload? Okay, they didn't get anything there. So we need to get the first point. So I'd like for us to go with the standard setup that we had before. I don't know why. That was Reinhardt before. I don't like this change. Because we now have a similar setup, but we have different people on the heroes. And that means that we have people who are not going to be basically practiced against this team. And I don't like it. I wish that people were on the heroes that they were on the previous time when we clean swept them so easily. We swept through so easily the first attack. And... we have a lot of time, but if they hold at the initial checkpoint, no, it didn't work at all. So she's... I can't out-heal Mercy. They have a teleporter, lovely. That's not good. There's a decent chance that we're going to lose this. And a decent portion of it comes down to the pharmacy swap in, because our healer, who decided to swap, is not effectively dealing with the pharmacy, and they're the soldier. And we don't have anybody else who's good at dealing with the pharmacy. Okay, so what should I be doing? I'm trying to think of what I should be doing to pull us out of this. And I don't know that I have a... Okay, got the LMA teleporter. So we have a minute left. We broke through the checkpoint. Damn. There, got him. Good job, Tracer. I'm like, no. I'm gonna land right in the area of effect. We have 30 seconds to get through there. That's a big problem. Yeah. So we lose. And remember, this is the same exact team that easily, just no problem, swept the enemy team the first time. The entire reason was people swapped heroes. With people swapping, particularly what happened is Swampy swapped. I should have just taken Mercy and said, no, don't play Mercy, I'll do Mercy, to the person who swapped into Mercy. But I also didn't really feel like I should have been Mercy. I don't have a good excuse for not having played Mercy. So damage amplified 9. Okay, I will actually be right back, and then we'll continue on after that. Sorry about that. Let's keep at it. But yeah, I think that I don't think that being Lucio would have helped. I think that if I was Mercy, that might have allowed us to pull out a win. But I'm not actually sure. It's hard to say. The enemy Reaper was actually really just taking over the game during the time where they were on offense, and I'm not actually good at any heroes that can deal with a Reaper. Like I don't have any character options that allow me to effectively deal with Reaper. So I don't know that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, well, I guess we won't see. But if I had done things differently, then we would have seen. But we will not see because I don't know anything. Searching for a game. Blizzard in their estimations. You'd think that they would update their estimates. What's really great is in World of Warcraft when you have the estimate of like 30 seconds, but you get in right after like the last game of the night. So this is mostly a thing for like servers, like when it was only on an individual server as opposed to a server cluster. And if you were on a low pop server, it would be it would oftentimes be that you would get into the queue for a battleground, and there's no more battlegrounds, and there's not going to be any battlegrounds until 12 hours later, because you're never going to have enough players on both sides at the same time all queuing. So it would give you, like, you know, expected queue time 30 seconds, and you would be in the queue, and it would be like expected queue time 30 seconds, time in queue 2 hours 37 minutes and 27 seconds. And it's like, you should probably update this, because we're clearly outside of the 30-second queue time limit. Okay, so we'll see how we do here. This is an okay setup. Bacon. Okay, we've got a Junkrat there. So he's laid a trap there. He's definitely going to walk right into the trap. That's a lot of explosions. The two supports are like stuck in here going, oh. Damn it. Okay. Nope. Nope. No, you're not in line of sight, my friend. That's how you do it. That's how you result in a team wipe, apparently. Oh, dragons already. That was fast. So they have a setup that exists. Boop. Fire in the hole. Okay. Dragons. Oh, god damn it, I hit a wall. Ugh. Forgot the wall was there. This is great. Just watch. Hit the wall, stop. Blah. If I'd kept going and not hit the wall, then I would have been fine. And this is why a big portion of any FPS is just map knowledge. Is because the number of times you will die because you are not looking in a direction that you're moving, because you shouldn't be, and you don't know the map intimately enough is problematic for the hell. I have 8 seconds before I can res him. That's dragons. Whoop. Oh. Ugh. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Let's get our shot. Okay, well, we have to do a full hold at point 1. It's not completely unreasonable. I actually prefer the Symmetra to the Lucio. That's an interesting choice. I don't know how I feel about a Sombra pick because I haven't played enough when Sombra was actually, like, not completely useless. So... I seem to recall her being buffed after she got released, because she got released in such a weak state that, like, nobody was going to bother playing as her. So, how do I feel about this? I actually feel pretty good about this setup. Not great, because I would prefer to have a Symmetra on the team somewhere. Because we have to hold for 4 minutes. But... Where are you? There you are. Nope, that's not what I'm thinking. Okay, May's dead. This is bad. So much damage coming out on our team. Okay, well. Okay, I've got my ult. Dragon's coming out. And I managed to get out of it. Oh god. Nope. No. Fuck. He got me. Also, he got me around the wall of that, which is some horse shit. I was clearly not in line of sight. Okay. Yep. Oh, well. Okay, well. Got one res off, but there's no way. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. One moment. So, let's see here. My life is sad. I'm now out of soda. Alright. So that was moderately painful, but we can continue on, and life will be fine. Ooh. That's interesting. I've only done this map like once or twice, so it should be interesting. This is a reasonably okay setup. I actually really like Torb. Like, particularly since I'm in ship tier, so I know that nobody's going to be able to actually shoot properly. Like, it's nice to have someone who I know is going to be vaguely useful, because the turret is always useful. So... And the other thing is that 75 armor is really, really good. Like, the utility of that armor is really very high. I always like to have a team that is going to win the... Your team just is slightly stronger. Like, each hero on your team is slightly stronger than the opposing team. Kind of passively. It's not like something that you're actively doing. Now, obviously, it means that you have a slot for that hero. But... What are you doing down here, friend? You're a sniper. Okay. What the hell are these people doing? Oh, man. Oh, man. That is just funny. I do find it really amusing when people are like, I need healing, while they're standing in the worst possible position to stand in the middle of enemy fire. It's like, I need healing! I'm completely out of position. These two things might be related. Oh boy. I'm dead. My life is sad. Running back slowly. Running back slowly. Oh, sorry. While I was running back, I was trying to look at the chat. It was a bad idea. Oop. Well, good luck, friend. Can I do it? Got it. Guess I should probably not go grab that. Now is the time to grab it. The previous time I wouldn't have gotten too much usage out of it, because I would have got like +6 armor. This time, it's like 71. I'm taking care of you, my friend. That's not good. No. Oop. There we go. So I got a full hold. So now we just have to take it. Whew. I'm wondering if that's a pun. Because I've heard of tonkatsu. But tonkatsu? That must be a pun of some sort. It might also just be something else. But I think it's probably a pun. It's just a pun I don't understand. I hate not understanding puns. I must understand all puns. So, we should be able to take this pretty easily, probably. I mean, maybe not. It's kind of hard to tell. So, we need to get to the first thingamabobber. We might not even need ultis, honestly. Okay, Flora just killed herself. I'm not gonna do it. I was thinking about it, but I'm not gonna do it. Oh, how on earth did I get trapped and nobody else did? I like basically just followed everyone else and immediately got trapped. Jeez, those. Player in the hole already, that was fast. Oh. It's still around? Jesus. That wheel, man. Oh, there we go. Tonkatsu. $15 kill streak. You know you've pretty much got Like, I don't mind staying this team. I'm happy to. Sure, why not? This is gonna be one of these teams that I guarantee where as soon as like it's gonna go badly quickly, and it's gonna be amusing when it does. I don't know how my caps lock keeps getting turned on. I don't have it set as a hotkey or anything. So we're up against a team of 5. Let's see. I don't even remember who these two were playing as in the previous match. That doesn't really come across well in text. I could have done it twice, but girl? Question mark. So who do we have? Oh, are people actually talking in voice chat properly? I'm not actually in the team voice chat. Quick first death. Fortunately, it's also a quick second and third death. Damn it. Mistakes were made. I got funnel vision on the or tunnel vision. Funnel vision? That's a thing. Funnel vision is totally an expression that people that are normal and not crazy use. Okay. I'm afraid I cannot keep. Oh, Jesus. Substantially further away than I expected. Oh, god damn it. I thought I was in a safe position. Let's see. Oop. Okay, so unfortunately, the way that the deaths have played out have been really, really bad for me, because oh god. I haven't been in a good position to res. Oh, okay. I didn't realize you were that far away from me. Whoa. Hello. Okay. Guess I should probably top people off, huh? Okay. Well, that's cool. Oh god. Hello, Farah. This is not a good place for me to be. I don't like it. I don't have enough corners. Oh, I'm dead. My life for nothing. I didn't really accomplish anything there. I guess for the enemy team it accomplished probably stuff, but... My life for my enemies. Come to the edge, my friend. Now we're cooking with gas. Do I want... We'll do it. Oh shit, where'd he go? I really do not like where the body is not the point. Oh, Jesus. Nope. Well, I'm in trouble. Not sure how I am alive. Okay. It's like moving around so fast. There we go. Nope. Double damage boost. Yeah. Hammer failed. Alright. That's round one done. Do I have... But sometimes it's particularly bad where the body is nowhere near the death point because they got killed by something that involved a knockback or something like that. And, like, the body ends up being, like, 20 feet away from, not, like, vertically, but, like, 20 feet away, like, nowhere near where the actual point that you're supposed to grab is. So... got high hopes, got high hopes, got high in the Bible. High in the sky, not in the pie. You know, words, English, language, all that stuff. Super hard. Oh god. I'm just gonna boop to you. I was expecting a little bit more in terms of random activity there. Hello, tonkatsu. Tonkatsu, tonkatsu. Okay. On the plus side, I get her into her ult instantly. Or into her neck, rather. Well, that's a problem. Too much damage coming out. Okay, 1 second. Too long. Okay, so unfortunately we're down by how many? 1 or 2? Looks like we're down by 1. Okay, so we're there. Okay, I've got my ult. Fire in the hole's coming out. Nice. Good job, Tonkatsu. Unfortunately, all of my allies were out of line of sight, so I didn't really have a good target because they were all on the top there. Just bad timing for the dive. Well, I mean, it's good timing for the dive, but it's not good for me. Oh shit. Did I get... Damn it. Okay, I'm not sure what just happened there. Because I must have run into something, but I'm not sure what I hit. Do we have... That's not good. That's unfortunate. I'm having difficulty staying alive long enough to justify... I like it, even using my ult, for instance. Because you really want to get the res off first, and then ult, and then get another res. So, maybe I'm just being greedy. One, deux, trois. I love it. Where are my peeps? There he is. Where are my peeps at? Oh boy. So we can just get the heals up. Where is Monsieur? That is a problem. Around him? Nope. Find the hole. Okay, so that's good at least. There we go. Flying in the sky. I bet this is going to be amazing. I like that. 50 eliminations? Oh my god. That is a very high thingamabobber. High number of just kills in the game, because that's like over 100 eliminations total. Yay! Unfortunately, my career high is sad because it's not based off of the old method. The old my MMR was better on the old one because I was the equivalent of plat before the swap. So this is a full team of 6. Let's see. Diva solo tank, best meta. Because Mr. Ray's been playing supports so far. Whew. I guess I should probably turn on... Considering that I am in with an actual party now, I should turn this this back on. How do I do it? I don't actually know how do I join voice chat. I'm boosting away. Oh boy. Sorry, Diva, I failed you. Oh god, that was close. I don't think that was a good peekaboo. That was not the type of peekaboo I want to see. Get the kills. Okay. Yep, hello. Oh god. Why is the payload stopped? Okay. That's not acceptable. Nope. Okay. Burn the hole, don't like that. Let's just hide in this corner here. I don't think that it was worth using my ult there, so I could be wrong, and if we fail to deliver this because of it, then now is the time. There we go. Oh shit. Them deeps. Them deeps didn't have a chance. Got hit by the rockets. That's okay though. That's the best time to die, is when you're not able to move the thing anyway. Okay, you guys are dying way too far out of position. One, deux, trois. I really, really like the one, deux, trois. Makes me happy. Damn it. He dropped. I was hoping that he wouldn't drop down. But he had the dedication to the kill. Nope. Haha. Okay. Okay, I'm actually gonna try this. This is probably gonna end badly, but 15 seconds. So many people walked into that. That's great. Okay, I need to go around this. Oh god. Oh god. No! Oh, the timing on that was so sad. Oh my god! And he got interrupted the second after he killed me with it, too. We got it. Good. Whew. That was close. But yeah, that was a good, good job by McCree, unfortunately. The timing didn't quite work out for us, but... Hello? I'm not sure if there's anything I could have done about that. Okay, we have 48 seconds for this last push. Yep, hello. It's like getting directly in between him and his prey. So, yep, that hook. That hook interrupts. Too beautiful. Ugh, God. I'm getting booped around. And overtime's gonna wear out before we... But we got through 2 points. I think that this team can probably hold the choke if they try to hold the choke. If we don't hold the choke and they try to hold their spawn point, that's not going to happen. We're not going to outplay them well enough to be able to do this. Like this kind of super aggressive play is just almost... This doesn't pay off unless you, like, are completely... unless you're completely outplaying the enemy, it's not really feasible to hold here. You're just too close to their spawn. Any snipers? Nope. Oh, that's unpleasant. Oh god. I can't move. But that's not a good place to try and hold. So since we're not at the choke, what's going to happen now is since everybody's died and now we're respawning, they're going to push and we're going to be trying to break into them while they're going through the choke, as opposed to them trying to go through the choke against us. So we're basically boned, is what I'm saying. There's no way that we're going to hold this first point because of the location that people tried to hold. You can't hold that spot unless you're completely outplaying the enemy. But people try to hold there anyway, and I don't know why. It's like people can snipe you from inside their base. Like, trying to hold there is really, really crazy. But now we're on an actual choke. So the hope is that we can hold this choke because we've synced onto this choke. Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus. Fucking snipe. Ugh. So sad. But we got the sniper. She died to the junk. right as she killed me, she died. Pretty sure he's not in line of sight. The only healer who's up. She could have easily gotten him. That's not good. Oh god. I do not have ult. So I'm not going to have any reses for a while. So we might be able to hold them here. No. So we're gonna have to hold them all the way over here. We have way too many people that are on the wrong side of the enemy team. So sad. Okay. Unfortunately, they're going to be respawning like right next to us right now. We basically have to win this fight right here. So we need to hold here. Because we unfortunately now, like, actually need to hold them at their spawn. We can't actually hold them anywhere else. There's nowhere else to hold them because we don't have any space. Oh god, that was still me. Walked right in front of him. Let's get on the... Oh, I got stunned. Getting stunned there probably... What did I... Oh, I got... I was probably a couple inches too low to the ground to avoid getting hit by that. That's it. That's game. Oh. Oh, this is the play of the game too. That is a lot of... Wow. So I'm actually not going to be using my loot boxes because I'm going to stockpile them for an unboxing video later. I have no idea why people like watching that kind of stuff, but for whatever reason, when I did like, as a joke, I did what's basically an unboxing video for my on World of Warcraft, and it was super popular for some reason. I have no idea why, so I'm gonna save up my loot boxes to do that later on. Once I have like 10 or something, I'll make a video out of it. I just found it very strange because, again, I like did it as a joke because I'm like, nobody who watches my channel is going to be interested in that, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, where are all these views coming from? Why is everybody watching this? Okay, whatever. So it's all good. Searching for game. That's really interesting. What is the cutoff point for bronze? Is it 1500 or something? Having 2 bronzes in this game is, with a MMR of like that, that means that they would have to have like multiple people who are substantially higher. Let's do this. Try not to get yourself killed up there. Alright, so we've got enemy diva. I don't know what else they have. Video games. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it pretty works, whatever. Okay, so I don't think they have a Junkrat. Oh god. If he doesn't die, okay. Like, if he doesn't die, I don't know what's happening. Okay. Heroes never die if they die within, or unless they die more than once in 30 seconds. Nerf. Just all with Lucio. Do this healing. I don't like that. This is not the time to die. Damn it. Certainly not the time to die multiple times. Nope. We just got fucking wiped. Hard. That was a nice, clean sweep. Well, reasonably clean anyway. Oh, the charge hit me. It clipped me. I didn't have enough HP to survive it at like 20. Look at this. Boop. Dead. Oh god. That did not work. I should not have gotten hit there, by the way. I basically just walked right into it. God. Where are you, friend? Nope. Go away. That's not good. 3 seconds. should be able to get the clear here. Yep. Oh god. Unfortunately, I didn't get that off before. Alright, I don't think we're going to push it any further than that. So, this is another position where we have to basically hold them. We have to hold them at the spawn, basically. Which is never optimal. Alt F4. Let's see. We've got so the damage boost active, if they do run into the trap, it'll do extra damage as well. Oh god. Damn it. I hope there's no coming up there. Damn it. I didn't quite get around the corner. Well. Oh, and he almost died too. The enemy team wasn't pushing the payload. I don't feel like we should have the opportunity to get back here, but we actually might. Get in there. No, don't stop! Well, that's... Because you have to get out of range of the ult, and that's just not gonna... Oh wow, that was really badly timed. Like... That was such a badly timed ult. She waited until it was actually already dropping back down. So it had actually landed. I could have conceivably gotten behind the thingamabobber, the payload, and ducked, and I think I might have actually gotten out of line of sight. The problem is that there wasn't any space to do that with the whatchamacallit. Oh, with the amount of players that were there, I couldn't like just get behind that. There's no way. So we should see. But yeah, I've been hoping to be able to increase my MMR, but unfortunately, I haven't been doing a terribly great job of it today. And we'll see if I can pull out some wins here. But one of the issues is that when you start queuing with a non-full group, you end up getting queued against people that are like substantially higher MMR. Even if you have a full group, you also get queued against people with a substantially higher MMR. Blizzard likes to penalize people for playing with people that they know, unfortunately. But because like if you are playing Dota, for instance, you have two different MMRs. You have like a party MMR, and then you have a solo MMR. And they're different things. They're handled separately. And I think that that's a good thing to do, because if you have just one MMR that's shared, it causes some serious problems, because someone who's good at playing solo but doesn't really have like a coherent team strat is going to get crushed when they join a team. I'm going to join the team chat, why not? Because people have apparently been talking in the team chat. Because people keep referring to somebody's voice.
Greetings. I shall be your healer today. It will be glorious. Why are you laughing? I'm a healer.
I'm only going to talk in the team chat with that voice. I'm not going to use my normal voice at all in the team chat, because it'll be glorious. Oh, I might be in trouble. Oh, Jesus! I'm definitely in trouble. No, let me go. I want to get on you. I died. Oh god, that's not good. I'm floating away. No. No self-destruct. Well, actually, yes, self-destruct, but preferably no hammers. Oh god. So much death. come out. Oh, hi. Hi, Genji. No, no, that's a body! Ah! I hate that I can't use it on the body. I have to use it on some arbitrary point where I died. It's so irritating. Okay. Yes, boot me out. Good point. Ah, I'm dead. I should be communicating with my team more, by the way. Okay, that's a problem. Oh, alright. It's all good. No problem. I can survive. No problem. No, go away. I'm sailing away. No! They went out of line of sight! The last second. Because you can see that I had a party member who came in, and then they walked away, and so I wasn't able to leash to them because they were behind the wall. My life is sad. Oh. No. Oh, God damn. I have the best timing. I'm not actually going to speak in that voice the entire time because that would be really irritating for people. It's not an easy to understand voice, so...
I mean, I have the best timing. That's what I meant.
Whoop. Just got blown up. My life is pain. No. Boop. Whoop. We can do it. God damn it. Oh, that's what I like to see. Guess I should probably heal instead of damage boost when everybody's injured. Ba-ba-da-bum. Nope. Oh, jeez. Hello, friend. I'm flying away. I don't like to see Mr. Genji old. No! Oh boy. Damn it. I almost got it off. But I did not. I think they're going to take the point back. Boop. Shoot them! Must get back to armor. Oh god. Don't like it. Don't like it. I'm dead. I think we might be in trouble. Okay. Whoop. No. If I can get a little bit more healing before I die. Nope. Let's dive into the enemy Genji. That's always the optimal strategy. These are the kinds of decisions that you have to make when you're... Oh god. Hello, Genji. Go away. Get them all into armor. I didn't actually realize that anyone was talking in team chat this entire time because I was in the group chat, not the team chat. It must be very, very difficult to be a woman playing games. But then again, I guess... I mean, I get the exact same commentary, so... Whoop. So there is that. Whoop. I'm floating away. I'm blowing up. I get the feeling that our team fight is somewhat lacking. Like, our team fight is definitely not optimal. You're so high. Not terribly surprising. Oop. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of friends. There we go. Whew. The soldier ult. Oh, jeez. Oh. Okay. Well, that's a problem. Gotta pad those res numbers. Oh boy. Yes, chase him. That's what I want. Wait, did that just get destroyed by nothing? Boop. He might have thrown his thing into the traffic, actually. Okay, unfortunately. Whoa, jeez. Nope. Delete heals. Get delete heals. Nope. That's a problem. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Gotcha. Nope. I'm floating away. 2 seconds. Damn it. The cooldown was a fraction of a second longer than your rest time. I was even in position at the exact second that it came off, but like I said. Oh my god. This thing sure is giving me a lot of these cards at the end. I'm not sure why. We can do this. We will be victorious. It will be glorious. There will be much death. It will not be ours. And if it is ours, it will happen once per 30 seconds. That's not how... This is not 30. This is 3, but 3 is closer to 30 than this, which is 1. Which, you know what? You get the idea. We got this. But I find it interesting. I don't usually do like these kinds of games, or I don't do them too often when we're. That's actually unfortunate that the only person who was using voice chat just left the group. Well, I guess if everyone's left, then I will just leave group. I'm actually tempted to add that one girl as a friend, but at the same time, I'm a lazy antisocial person, so I'm not going to do that. Because I think that to a large degree, it's better for there to be at least somebody in the voice chat so that there's at least some communication going on, even if it is just somebody other than me screaming like a crazy person. But it's all good. Thunder has joined us.
Greetings, mortals. I shall be your healer for today. We shall be victorious, and it shall be glorious.
Understood. Who is that?
It's Mercy, obviously.
Dark Vader.
These are the dulcet tones of mercy. I've always sounded like this. It's a Swiss thing.
My throat's feeling pretty good for today, so I'm happy to just sort of fuck around with the voice. Anybody else? Nope. Did that person die? Doesn't look good. Beep, boop, 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 boop. I'm boosting away. Right as an enemy came in line of sight, he stopped shooting. I don't like that. Something's hitting me. That Genji died so far out of position, and the Reinhardt's like, I shall join him. Fine, whatever. It's all good. What the hell is that Reinhardt doing? There's out of position, and then there's, like, what the hell are you doing? Okay, well. Somebody's on the point. I'm boosting away. Fire in the hole. Hello, Mr. Ultimate. You know, I'm just gonna use this now. We don't have much time left, so. 6 seconds. Nope. There we go. Whoa. Okay. Roadhog just walked out of the point. Okay. All good. We're on fire! I think it actually will get substantially easier now that I'm solo again. Boop! Actually, that went pretty much as far as I would have expected, so maybe they did buff it back up. There we go. Oh yeah, I guess these are back to normal. I think they behave slightly differently, but they aren't, like, rooted to the ground anymore. Oh boy. Oh god. No. Oh god. My life's paying. Hey, we got the point. Don't have too long. Oh no, go away. Maybe I should have been on the other side of the thing there. If you know that somebody's going to hit you with a thinger, it can definitely be a good idea to position yourself in such a way that nobody else can get hit by the same wheel that you do. That's not good. Ouch. Yep. Oh, pain. Oh boy. I got punched. Oh no. It's no fair. How could you end it this way? Zeus Naja. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, speed boost. Okay, well, let's just kill myself. That's it. That was pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. Oh. Boop. High energy kills. That's an interesting, like, end card thing. Career average is up to 10.1 already. Jeez. But yeah, I do think that those things don't really get described very well, because, like, when I'm looking at the do I have a friend online now? Let's see. I lost track of my train of thought there. Oh, like when you're doing these matches, because of the fact that each match is of variable length, these averages mean basically nothing, right? Like a game that lasts 10 minutes, you're going to have a much higher value than in a game that lasts 3 minutes, right? And if you're on defense, a match that lasts 10 minutes, you've done worse on than a match that lasts 3 minutes, but the match that lasts 10 minutes, will obviously have higher numbers for. I feel like Blizzard keeps track of a lot of statistics that there's really no legitimate reason to keep track of. You know, it's like, it kind of like the accuracy statistic. There's really no reason to have accuracy on almost anybody in the game. Because if you have a projectile that has a travel time, you want to be shooting around corners to add suppressing fire, right? And you will often, for certain heroes, want to be taking sort of like blind shots around corners with the hope of instigating people as well as they come around. But the thing is that with those kinds of predictions, you're never going to have good accuracy making those predictions, but sometimes those predictions pay off really highly, and the cost to you is virtually zero. There's no cost associated with, what's the word? With missing a shot, basically. Yeah, I like our setup here. Is that on left? That is a bad place for that teleporter. That far is out of position right now. How is that Forest still alive over there? You don't need healing. I didn't even heal her. It's like, you don't need healing, you have shields. Might not want to tell your friends about that. I like that. I mean, to be fair, it is another Mercy. Okay, so we got our teleporter up. Though I do think that for a game like this, we're probably better off with a shield generator as opposed to a teleporter. Okay, well. So the worst we can get is a draw. Whew, those last second reses. If not for that res, we would have lost the game. Okay. So we're pushing through that choke. Not sure if our Bastion's going to be able to effectively push us through that choke, but it's not a terrible pick. It's certainly not a good thing for us to not have any shield for the Bastion to hide behind, though. This is a weird lineup. This is like the exact same lineup, only we're on attack. But we don't have the Orisa for the barrier. I don't know. I mean, I like the Winston pick, but the rest of the picks I don't think complement very well together. so. Well, this is probably just going to be a nice clean sweep. Nope. Nope. My Symmetra and the enemy Symmetra are just playing Ring Around the Rosie. Well, there we go. That's the win. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Such a disturbing song. Especially because, like, it's a tough song you teach to children. And it's like, yes, let's sing a song about the plague. And everybody dying of plague. Wow. That was beautiful. 60% of team damage taken healed. And I did 90 damage by punching the Mercy. Did I seriously only do 90? Doesn't it do like 50 per hit? I don't know how I did 90 damage with punches. Because that's the only hero damage that I dealt. So, the other thing that I find annoying is that every game calls MMR something else. Nobody is willing to just call things the same goddamn thing. It's like, look, just everybody use the same term, right? I'm trying to think. What is it in chess? Is it Evo in chess? Like, what does SR mean, even? Season rank? Season rating? Skill rating? Like, why would you... Skill rating? Like, why? It's just a dumb... I mean, it's not the worst name it could be. But it's not a good name. It's not a good name. Like, MMR is matchmaking rating, which describes exactly what its purpose is and what it does, right? Skill rating, to an extent, does so as well. But there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. And it's like, why is everybody using their own... We need standardization. I'm a big fan of standardization, just so we're clear. So you can tell that I will never be a Mac user, because standardization is... Standardization is the essence of discovery. Is that somebody I've seen before? I recognize that name. So there's a Pharah over there. Ooh. Big hits. Just gonna put a barrier up so that no. Damn it. Oh, that was fast. Great. Oh great, our mercy's down. That's not what I want to see. Where... Dragons. There's like nobody on the point that my barrier does anything for. Alright, well, that's good. Oh, that is good though. No. I don't think we're gonna hold this. Yes, let's feed. Whoop. Ooh, it can kill the Reaper though. Nope. Cannot kill the Reaper. Oh Jesus, I just jumped right into that. Boom! Oh, so very close. I could swap to like a Lucio or something, but I don't really feel like it would do much. Because at that point we don't actually have like a normal like tank. Goodbye. Jumped right in that cliff. Oh, well, somebody pulled off a Mercy. I'm going to Mercy. Nope. Nope, that doesn't. Well, that was one-sided. This is my 6th win. Just play proper and you get a chance. I really love like low MMR players. I just find it very funny because again, like I'm bad at this game, right? But I've been good at a game, and one of the things that's very interesting about a lot of people who play low MMR is a lot of people who play at low MMR are like they're not good at anything, so they don't actually understand what it means to be good at something. So they think that they're good at the things that they're bad at, even though they're like objectively bad, right? There's like there's math proves that they're bad. How the fuck are these kills coming out? Like, how bad is this team? That, like, I'm not even talking about ours. I'm talking about the enemy team. Like, how bad are they that Hanzo's just, like, sitting on their flank and just blowing them all up? So I'm not going to be able to do anything to him, but... I'm floating away. But another thing that is like an easy trap to fall into, especially if you're playing support. But one thing that's an easy trap to fall into is it's easy to be like, oh well, this player is a toxic player, I don't want to heal them. But it doesn't matter, like, what the person is like. What matters is they're on your team, and so you heal them. And you do your best to support whoever is going to have the highest impact. Teleporter in the building. I think it just got blown up. Never mind. I can be able to get line of sight there. Okay, well. Okay. That's... oh, that's beautiful. It's like you can tell how close she is the second that you just blow up. Because, like, justice is, like, said... and you die, and it's like, wait, what? So, do I want... Okay. Da, 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 da. So if he gets a good dragon from there, and he doesn't even need to. That dragon just completely shut down that hammer. I guess there might not have been anybody to follow up anyway, but with the dragons there, it's like there's no way for them to follow through. They can't be standing in the range that they need to be at. Nope. I was not expecting him to be in there. Oh, he wasn't. He was just chasing me. Okay. Jeez. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, shit. Oh. Nice. He's like, yes, I'm gonna get a dot bat. I wonder what she was doing in there in the first place. Blah. Oh, I'm alive. Let's see. Oh, that beautiful, beautiful leap. Oh boy. That wall makes me very uncomfortable. Shit. My ult ended at like the worst possible second. Did we get it? We got it. Whew. So, that was a very hard fought victory. Okay, I don't know what the Junkrat's doing now. So the Junkrat is not going to be setting up. 1 second. It always makes me sad when we have a Junkrat and they're not firing when the game starts. You have indirect fire, you really need to use it. God, it takes so long to heal up. Shit. Fuck. I got sniped by the May. Life is sad. So if they get that, do they just win? Ah, because we didn't have any time. Give me a second to check. Give me a second to find out if this person is coming. I don't know why that needed to be sung, but obviously it did. That's obviously a sentence that needed to be sung, not stated. So it's almost 8 o'clock, actually. It's probably close to time for food. I will actually be right back, and I might be ending here or might not, depending on whether my wife's hungry. Okay, so it is time for us to end for the day. We have managed to get our MMR to be, I believe, exactly where we started, which is always preferable. And yeah, so that's going to be it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. It has been a pleasure to stream for you today. Tomorrow we will continue with Pokemon. I'm going to be playing some more Overwatch than before because I really like the changes to Mercy. So I'm probably going to be playing more Mercy now just because I enjoy it. So that's going to be it. Later, folks.